Hey guys, welcome back. It's DB. Today I have another product for you. This is the LG SLM5Y 2.1 channel 400 watt soundbar. At the time of this video, this soundbar cost about $170. I would say in this price range, that is a very competitive market for soundbars. A lot of people are looking for soundbars in that price range. They don't want to spend too much. So if you're currently one of those people, you can check this one out. I'm gonna go over it, and this way you can see if it's gonna be for you or not, all right? In the box, you're gonna get this remote here. You're gonna get two brackets to mount it to the wall. And you're gonna get this optical cable. Now let's get into some of the fun stuff. At the bottom of the screen, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a lot of the specs at the bottom. So this way I won't have to go over them. You can just read them, because I really want to get into just showing you the soundbar and then going over the functionality of it. So diving right in, this is the bar you get. Obviously, I'm gonna hold it up to where you can see the little speakers in there. You got this nice little mesh grill, goes all the way across. I actually like this. Really good look there. As you can see, it is rounded on the ends. I have an older soundbar that it is not round on the ends. I guess that's really dating myself there. You have the LG branding right here. Hopefully you can see that. LG branding. And the top has a very nice matte finish to it. I actually like this. It's not fingerprint heavy either. Like I can put my fingers all over it and it's not fingerprint heavy. Well, that's why it's matte, right? Flipping it over on the back, these little gaps in here, this is where your HDMIs are gonna go. Don't worry, I will give you a close-up. And this is your optical here. Like I said, here's your close-up of your input. So you got HDMI in, you got HDMI out with TV art, and then you got your USB. And then just as I turn it, those are the ports. There is your optical in, it is right there. Power supply port is right there. And then we're going to flip it around on the back here. This is where you will be doing the mounting, those little brackets they gave you there. So you will mount them here. Again, HDMI and optical will go in there. And on the right side, if it's to my right, this is what's going to be on the side. You're going to have their power, your volume up and down, and then your function button. On the other side, it's just nice and smooth. So again, it has, overall, the whole thing has a nice matte finish to it. Not really too glossy. I'll set up your little screen here that has my fingerprints all over it. Let's go into the subwoofer. Not very heavy, maybe like, I don't know, 10 pounds or so. I'll put the correct weight at the bottom, but it doesn't feel, it's not that heavy. But of course, you got your LG branding there. The width of it is really freaking small. On the back here, where is it at here? There is a pair button. I'm gonna have to look. There it is at the top. So I'm pointing at it. There's your pair button there. There's your power, and just the back for, you know, the air or your subwoofer. All right, so that is your subwoofer. Nothing too fancy there. All right, guys, now I have it all plugged in. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be controlling it with the remote here. I'm not gonna be messing with the buttons over here because it's gonna get real awkward. I'm gonna zoom in on the little menu here so you can see as I'm pushing the buttons. Obviously, I will walk you through what I'm doing. We're gonna go over the menu and stuff like that just real quick. I'm gonna turn it on here. When you go all the way down to 0, that's what it's going to say. And then let's see how high it goes. So technically max is 40. Let's get it just back down to 20 here. So that means we're at, so when you're at 20, that obviously means you're at half. Bluetooth, so I'm hitting the function button. HDMI, USB, opt with HDMI ARC. So if you had a dual configuration there, that's what it's looking for. That's your mute button, simple and plain. The info button will bring up you know, whatever signal. That's why it's saying that. Repeat, again, it's just if you're listening to music. Folder, the same thing. We have a little EQ button here. So there's your woofer. So let me get to the woofer again. And you can obviously go down to 0, and then you can go, wow, you can go down all the way to -15. I don't know why you would want to do that, but you could do that. But you can only go up to 6. So there's your woofer there. We're going to hit it again. You see rear, oh, I'm sorry. So your woofer, rear, and treble, bass. Treble, again, you can -5 up to +5. And then when you have your bass, of course, bass goes up to 5 and then -5. And last but not least here, we have the sound effect button, bass blast, standard, ETS Virtual X, ASC. I will go through those as well, and you can just so you can just kind of hear the difference. All right, guys, now we're going to test it with music. I will be adjusting some of the settings on the soundbar just so you can hear the difference. All right, let's go.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody. I make this every day and I'm impatient. Hoping one day I blow up in the basement. Staying, the top is so vacant. I don't need shit that I think is amazing. Waiting when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that clown, get in my way in the replay. It ain't your place, no, this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the news it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh, I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. Yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind.
All right, guys, so now we're going to do the video audio test with this soundbar. So again, it's still connected Bluetooth to the computer. I have the YouTube channel, it's Nature Y'all, with artist AJ Moore, who goes out on adventures in nature. So again, we're going to take a look at this and we're going to be able to see how it sounds with something that's not as rhythmic as music, ongoing music.
Whoa, and we're off to the races. Our adventurers in an awful hurry to find some ants. I don't think they're gone anywhere, nor are they chasing you. All right, we have ourselves some acrobat ants down here.
Acrobat ants.
I gotta be careful because I don't want them to get on me because they can bite like, ugh. They like to live in rotting wood, any kind of wood with moisture in it, especially structures, your house or buildings or stuff like that. And this particular type, the acrobat, loves to eat sweets. They got a sweet tooth, you know? So they eat honeydew that's produced by aphid. Now what happens sometimes, these guys will carry an aphid or a scale, anything that sucks from a plant, and the aphid will get on the plant and they'll produce a honeydew. So whatever the aphid eats and extracts, the ant love to eat that. They live in mixed colonies. The only ants in the colony that can reproduce are the ones with the wings. They have the red head and a big black booty. Oh yeah, and if you put your finger over them, that booty will go up. That means they're ready to attack you, so stay away from them.
All right, guys, that wraps up the review for the LG SLM5Y 2.1 400-watt soundbar. Again, this is a very competitive space for the price. The price at the time of this video was $170. I would rate this maybe about 3 stars. I think if you put it in the right environment, maybe a small room like an apartment or something like that, this might shine. I think the low end could be a lot better. But again, around the 170 price range, again, it's very competitive. There's a lot of other sound bars offering things, maybe a little less, a little more in some areas, but I still think it's a pretty solid choice if you just want something better than that the little speakers in your TV. Again, thank you, and we will be back with more stuff. All right, until next time.